Muy buenas tardes, querido y distinguido público que nos sintoniza. Gracias por sintonizarnos todos los lunes a las 2 p.m. por QEASolar Reality, el único programa de televisión digital dirigido a educar sobre la energía solar renovable y de promover una carrera solar con power. En el día de hoy tenemos un programa muy enriquecedor en información y me acompaña mi contraparte, Dani Rivera Jr.
Oye, eso es así, Kiara, muchas gracias. Aplauso, please, porque estamos hoy casi celebrando, mira, 2 años. 2. Pero somos el primero, no el segundo año. Y somos aún el primero y único programa educando, informando sobre todo lo que es energía solar y renovables, incluyendo la plataforma de tecnología más avanzada del planeta. Y eso es Power Energy. Gracias por estar en sintonía con nosotros en vivo los lunes a través de Infinito Televisión, al mando de Dani Torres en los controles. Gracias, Dani, porque con 2 años hemos estado haciendo este esfuerzo y contra viento y marea estamos aquí y vamos a seguir aquí porque esa es nuestra misión. Y no se olviden que yo, mira, compartiendo consistentemente, igual que Kiara, mientras está ahí al otro lado, está también compartiendo con los diferentes grupos. Es importante que te ubiques con nosotros, por si no puedes ver el programa, mira, lo buscas después en uno de los grupos. Eso está ahí grabado. Igualmente puedes comunicarte con nosotros a través de nuestro canal de YouTube, de Solar Reality. Te suscribes y le das a la campana de notificaciones para que estés en conexión constante con todas las noticias e información que te tenemos a través de nuestro canal y en nuestro programa The Solar Reality. Así que suscríbete. Y también en Facebook, nuestro fanpage, para que te suscribas también ahí y estés con nosotros. Cualquiera de estas formas para que tú te puedas comunicar con nosotros. Así que les exhorto una vez más para que también a través del chat puedas compartirse a través del chat de Infinito Televisión, el cual yo ahora mismo estoy compartiendo, o a través también del chat de QEASolar. Así que puedes ahí enviarnos nuestras felicitaciones de nuestro 2º aniversario, puedes enviarnos comentarios, tus dudas, y el teléfono de QEASolar es el 407-837-9009. 407-837-9009. Ahí en la esquina, en su pantalla, está ese square. Lo pones en el teléfono para que lo capte y entonces te comunica directamente también con nosotros. Así que múltiples formas, múltiples plataformas, varias maneras de poderte comunicar con nosotros para expandir esta comunicación, para expandir esta revolución solar. Así que sigue compartiendo a través de nuestro canal en YouTube, recuerda, también nuestra página fan, y yo voy a seguir compartiendo y yo se lo paso a Kiara.
Así mismito es, Dani, querido. Y todo esto lo está viendo gracias a la Alianza Latina Televisiva y The Worldwide Solar Academy, que es la academia establecida en la Florida Central, que va dirigida a reclutar, entrenar y desarrollar consultores solares profesionales. Como le dije anteriormente, seguimos con la secuela de la sección Conociendo a los distinguidos líderes de la industria solar, con la participación de nuestro invitado top earner y reconocido líder en los Estados Unidos en la industria solar, como pueden ver ahí en pantalla, el señor Jonathan Brunazo. Dani.
Eso es así que este programa que estaba pautado para cuando Fiona, o sea, el programa era el 18 de septiembre, y entonces pues tuvimos que posponerlo. Y entonces ahora sí que lo tenemos por ahí, que ya nosotros conversamos con él. En la foto se ve un poquito diferente a como se ve ahora en persona, pero ya tú sabes, el mismo carácter, el mismo caballero que va a estar con nosotros. Y este programa, ya tú sabes que te llega con una cortesía de la gente de STGO Performance. Tu compañía de techo, sea residencial, comercial, grande o pequeño, STGO está para ayudarte. Contratista autorizado, asegurado para realizar trabajos de construcción en la Florida, Nueva York, New Jersey, Texas, norte y sur de las Carolinas. Y es contratista de Power para reparación y reparación de el techo. Cuentan con certificaciones del mejor manufacturero y esa garantía vitalicia casi. Oye, 50 años de garantía, los únicos en el mercado con esa super garantía. También cuentan con el equipo de trabajo que trata a los clientes con prioridad y satisfacción. Tienen las herramientas, las licencias, el seguro o los seguros y cuentan con la experiencia que se necesita para cualquier problema o emergencia en tu hogar o negocio. Inspecciones después del evento atmosférico, ya tú sabes, manejan el reclamo a tu seguro para que puedas tener la tranquilidad de tener un contratista confiable y seguro que sí pueda trabajar en este proceso de reclamos. Ofrecen financiamiento y mucho más. Realizan, mira, reparaciones e instalaciones nuevas, reemplazos completos para metales, tiles, shingles, techos planos, TPO y mucho más. Cuentan con un equipo de mitigación de agua y pruebas de molde, entre otros tordos, consultoría de sistema solar, pero para eso estamos nosotros aquí. Además que tu techo es la inversión más importante de tu hogar y tu negocio. Es importante que confíes las manos a gente que tiene más de 20 años de experiencia. Esa es la gente de STGO Performance. Anota su número 863-825-7889 STGO Performance, que ha estado prácticamente desde el principio, porque estamos celebrando 2 y 2 y 2 y 2, pero somos número 1 y eso ¿sabes quién lo sabe? Uno que siempre está gozando. Es el Mister de la Florida. ¡Qué belleza! Mister, celebrando, mira, 2 años.
¡Qué belleza! Ya son dos añitos que llevamos en QEASolar Reality. El próximo lunes vamos a estar celebrando ese segundo aniversario después de estar 2 años ya con ustedes educándolo sobre energía solar renovable, porque sabemos que ese es el problema grande que hay, que la gente no entiende, que la energía renovable es el futuro, que la energía renovable es más económica, le da valor a su casa, ayuda al ambiente, le dan incentivos. Esto es un win and win. Esa gente de Puerto Rico que después de estos huracanes tan incómodos, oye, da el paso a solar. Venimos fuerte pronto por Puerto Rico. Oye, estamos bien contentos porque hoy tenemos a Mr. Jonathan Brunazo. Brunazo es top earner, ya está en el Elite Club del 1 Million, más de $1 millón depositados. Tiene una gran trayectoria. De hecho, déjeme decirle, Jonathan Brunazo está rankeado entre los primeros 5 a nivel nacional en cuanto a solar. O sea, estamos hablando de una persona que es elite, que es un top earner, que aparte de ser distinguido, sabe mucho y tiene mucha conexión. Y hoy vamos a hablar de toda su vida a nivel personal, profesional y en Power. Y para mí es un elogio que él esté aquí con nosotros, ese gran Jonathan Brunazo, una persona muy ocupada. Lo tenemos hoy directamente. Bueno, él vive en California, pero creo que está en Las Vegas. Veremos a ver, porque ustedes saben que todas estas personas en Power se pasan trabajando en distintos mercados. Veremos dónde está Jonathan. Y fue el ganador del concurso. Oye, la segunda vez que gana el concurso de verano. La primera vez se ganó un Tesla en el 2020, 2021 fue su hermano, y ahora en el 2022 volvió a ganar, así ya no, el Frisky Ocean, ese gran carro, y el pase a Journey allá en México, donde Power va a ir a construir una casa desde cero con energía renovable. Y lo vemos a Jonathan, tremendo caballero, la pasión, ok, él va a estar hablando de todo eso, porque en Power la cultura de nosotros y la gente que hace las cosas con pasión, como lo hace él y como lo hacemos nosotros, que estamos copiando lo bueno, pues también. Y saben que hay un incentivo nuevo, incentivo de verano, y se acaba el 31 de octubre. Oye, de un año, año y medio, 3 años y hasta 5 años le podemos dar ahora libre de pago de energía. Si usted se va a solar con nosotros, sabe lo que es estar 1 año, año y medio, 3 años, hasta 5 años sin pagar de energía. Eso es una bendición. También aprovecha los incentivos del tax credit, que ahora es el 30%. O sea, mucha cosa pasando en esta industria y Power escalando cada vez más. ¿Ok? Y hay una gran noticia, ¿ok? De que a Puerto Rico están ya legislando para que le den 500 millones para energía solar, para poder instalar paneles. Oye, si esto se da, Puerto Rico, prepárate, porque ahora vamos a tener incentivos, igual que los tenemos en Estados Unidos. No vamos a tener, no es un tax credit, lo quiero aclarar, pero sí son incentivos para que la gente pueda hacer el cambio a solar sin sacar dinero de su bolsillo. Vienen muchas cosas buenas y estamos rezando para que nuestra isla se aprueben estos fondos, ¿ok? Vamos a estar aquí en QEASolar Reality, como siempre, monitoreando todo lo que suceda con esta noticia. Nuestro hombre de ancla, Dani Rivera, siempre está pendiente a todo este tipo de información. No son tanto porque le conviene a la isla, le conviene a usted, nos conviene a nosotros, sino que es el futuro y Puerto Rico no se va a quedar atrás, ¿ok? Eso se lo aseguro, ¿ok? Y ahora vámonos a ir con esta primera pausa de noticias, de anuncio, para venir ya con Jonathan Brunazo y la primera parte de esta entrevista tan especial.
Saludos amigos y público en general. Soy Daniel Rivera Hijo. Si te interesa conocer más sobre energía solar y o pertenecer a esta gran industria, sintoniza todos los lunes a las 2 de la tarde, hora del este de Estados Unidos, QEASolar Reality, el único y primer programa original dirigido a la educación e información al público hispano-estadounidense sobre todo lo que es energía solar renovable.
Además de promover la carrera solar con Power Energy, en donde te puedes convertir en un consultor solar sin importar en dónde residas. Tendremos distinguidos invitados hablándonos sobre distintos temas relacionados a la industria y poder enterarse de las últimas noticias relacionadas a este tema.
También tenemos nuestra sesión de Pregúntale a los expertos, donde podrás llamar y comunicarte en vivo para hacerle preguntas sobre la industria solar y los sistemas solares.
Conéctense conmigo, Gilberto Luis León, The Solar Preacher. En nuestra sección de emprendimiento nos estaremos enfocándonos en tu éxito solar y cómo llegar a las metas que tú deseas. Que Dios me los bendiga.
Yo, Edgardo González, top earner de Power con más de 3,000 consultores activos en todos los Estados Unidos, te guiaré para que desarrolles y expandas tu negocio rápidamente.
Así que ya lo sabes, todos los lunes a las 2 de la tarde, hora del este de Estados Unidos, no se pierdan QEASolar Reality en vivo a través de Infinito Televisión y múltiples plataformas.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Bernasso, and I've been in the solar industry for over 7 years. I've worked at lots of solar companies, including Solar City, Tesla, and Sunrun, where I was one of the top reps, even meeting the CEO, Lynn Jurich. With my current company, I even won a brand new Tesla by being the #1 rep in a nationwide contest with thousands of consultants. This Monday night, I will be live from the company headquarters, $1 million media center, sharing my steps to success with the fastest growing nationwide solar company, disrupting the industry. This is an event you don't want to miss. Click below for an invitation.
Así es, y esta tarde nos engalanamos con la presencia del señor Jonathan Brunazo aquí en QEASolar Reality, su programa favorito, como parte de la secuela que hemos estado llevando con ustedes todos estos meses, un programa especial. Esta sección de hoy volvemos a traerla a ustedes para que conozcan a los distinguidos líderes de la industria solar que están revolucionando esta industria que se está quedando con el mundo entero. Así que sin más preámbulos, pasamos con el Mister y esta enriquecedora entrevista.
Gracias, gracias, Kiara, nuestra modelo y presentadora bella, como todos aquí. Gente bella que estamos con una misma misión, en una misma causa, y es llevar el mensaje de que la energía renovable es lo que hace falta para desacelerar el calentamiento global. Y hoy nos acompaña un líder que me llena mucho de emoción. Es un placer para mí. Hi, Mr. Brunazo. Thank you for being here with us, my friend. I know you're very busy, but thank you for your time to be with us, with me and our staff and all the fans that follow the Solar Reality every week. Thank you, JB. Welcome to the Solar Reality. Y vamos a pasar.
It's my pleasure to be here. I'm really excited. Thank you for having me.
Before we go to air, on air, and thank you for being here. And tell us about a little bit about you. First of all, that last name, Brunazo, that's Italian?
Sí.
Yes,
it's Italian. My father's full Italian, and my mom is mostly from Mexico, so half Italian, half Hispanic. And unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish.
I was going to say, well, ¿y cómo estás español? So you jump on me before I could precise that detail. Interesting. You have a very strong blood heritage on you. That's maybe your character and that passion. Tell us about your beginnings as a young person, your mindset, what was your perspective that uh, joins the person that you are today. Those
Sure.
things that grow up with you and then make us a person that you are today.
Yeah, definitely. My brother and I, he's my twin, mi gemelo. I'm 4 minutes older than he is. And we grew up in Claremont, a suburb of Los Angeles County, with our parents. Very fortunate to have amazing parents, my mom and dad, and grow up in a family household together. And from a very early age, our parents were very serious about schooling and as well as sports. So we were in soccer and t-ball and swimming and tennis camps and played soccer our whole lives. So sports was very, very important. And as you saw some of those pictures there, they had us in Boy Scouts, hiking and camping. We're always pushing the envelope. What's next? What can we do? What sports can we get in? What activities? We're always staying very, very busy. And it was just great to grow up with a twin brother, Chris, there. We always had something to do with each other, spending time with family, my grandparents, but definitely school. My parents really sacrificed to put my brother and I through a private Catholic education our whole lives. And then we eventually started working and went to Cal Poly Pomona for college. So college was never an option. It was always something we were going to do. And once we graduated with our undergrad degree, then my brother jumped into his master's MBA. And of course, I had to follow suit. So it was a very rich childhood, a lot of sports, a lot of school, very busy, and couldn't have had it any other way.
From parents, then from let's say a middle class, what were they doing professionally?
Sure. Yeah, you would definitely say middle class. They didn't really come from money. My dad's parents migrated here from Italy. My mom's father came here from Mexico. And so they really tried to come here and work hard, and they passed that on to my parents. And my parents were, yeah, middle income. So my dad's in manufacturing. He manufactures parts like turbines and different aircraft metal machine shop in Monrovia, like around Pasadena, Southern California. And my mom, she's put aside her ambitions to be a police dispatcher to raise us and to stay home and raise the two of us. And eventually she did some business, florist, photographer, wedding videographer, did some entrepreneur stuff, volunteered for Red Cross. And my dad was really the full-time income earner in the manufacturing space.
Wow. All those sacrifices and the example of a working class values and core family was the base probably for the kind of person that you and your brother became today and the professionals that you were thinking to be. Because I know the compromise to parents that they just want you to be the best in everything, and they kind of push you to things, and you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and but you realize in itself, in your mind and your brother's mind, that this was the right thing to do. What do you think about going back into those times?
Yeah, I mean, thank you for saying that. Looking back, 20 years ago, my parents were paying $6,000 to $8,000 per year per son to go to a private Catholic high school. It was a technology school, so we actually studied computer science. My father actually went to this same high school, Don Bosco Technical Institute. And believe it or not, my grandfather in Italy went to the Don Bosco Tech in Italy. And just them, volunteering at bingo nights or whatever that took to afford to put us into that education while doing Boy Scouts, while doing sports, while making sure we had a good foundation. Yeah, it's interesting to look back on. You know, part of our family is always what's next, what can we do more, how can we make it better? But we don't always take time to look back and recognize and appreciate some of the things you're saying.
It happened to me too. I study at the college, private boarding school, and thanks to my dad, that even he is a great, famous personality. He was in those times when he offered me to study. He was not in the best of his moment, and my mom comes from middle class, working at the Puerto Rico Telephone Company. So I'm really part of the way you grew up and the values of the working class families, and the proud that we would be teach in order to be successful, in order to understand the future of the things that are surrounding us, and the better way to become better person every day. Let's do something. Let's go to a little pause. Vamos a una pausa. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about a little bit more about you, but going to your professional level and how you got into power, and talk about your $1 million club thing. That's a real thing, a success for your life. So stick around with us, Jonathan, and everybody. Todo el mundo, quédate ahí en QEASolar Reality. Regresamos.
Oh no! Do you have water coming into your house right now from a recent storm? Is your roof currently leaking and causing havoc on you and your family? If so, your roof needs immediate attention to prevent any further water damage to your home or belongings. If you're having a roofing emergency, give us a call immediately so we can help you as fast as possible. We specialize in local emergency roof repairs, and we're standing by and available to help right now. We'll arrive fast, assess the situation, and implement a quick solution to prevent any further damage to your property and restore the peace of mind that you and your family deserve. If you need fast and reliable emergency roof repair, look no further. Give us a call now.
Hey everyone, it's Jonathan, your solar guy. Today we're visiting with one of my favorite clients, Nick, who just had his solar installed this week. He's going through a little bit of a rough patch breakup, getting out of a bad relationship. Let's go see how he's doing. Hey Nick, what's going on?
Hey Nick.
Hey John.
You excited about your new solar system we just installed?
I am. Yeah. Just a little nervous.
Everything okay?
I mean, everything's okay, yeah. Just never been on my own before.
You've been in a relationship a long time?
Over 20 years.
Nick, but you've put in every month and you haven't got the same in return.
That's true. I deserve better.
It's been on and off. It's been kind of dirty. And it's not reliable.
I can't disagree with you.
I think you deserve better, Nick.
You're right. Let's go check it out.
Come on Nick, let's go. Nick, I know breakups aren't easy, but you're gonna get through it. It's time you break up with your utility.
You're right.
Nick, let me introduce you to your new relationship,
She's beautiful.
the LG Chem Home Battery. This relationship will be reliable, consistent, clean, and she'll be turned on when you need her most, during a blackout. So we kept the solar panels on your garage and the back of the house. No one will know you're ever in this relationship.
I appreciate that.
It's gonna be a lot better for you. Just trust in me, I've been doing this a long time.
Y seguimos aquí en su programa favorito, The Solar Reality, aquí inspirándome en esta historia de Jonathan Brunazo, ya que pues como muchos de nosotros venimos de familias de clase trabajadora y me encantan estas historias que más que todo de decir su historia personal ayuden a inspirar a todas las personas que vamos creciendo y que queremos un mejor mañana y qué mejor que Power. Así que nada. Gracias por su sintonía y seguimos con el Mister y esta gran entrevista.
Muy importante estos valores, ¿verdad? Que le inculcan a las personas cuando jóvenes, nuestra familia. Jonathan, I said that it's very important the values that your family give it to you when you are younger. Be a Boy Scout is very interesting because this is some important thing that when you are a child, that you have something in your mind, okay, and this value make show your destiny many times, and you follow the correct way. So it's very interesting. Continue with the interview.
Thank you, Jonathan. Let's go straight to what's going on this development in your career that from, let's say, 6-7 years ago, you look back and look now, you are one of the first 5 top in the industry in power, and you're doing a lot of very, very cool things, not only for the industry, but for the environment and the big picture and the purpose of sustainability and save our planet. So how you did it?
Well, thank you. You know, that's a big question, so I'll try to answer it in a few different ways here. You know, coming off of my family and my upbringing and doing even altar serving and Eucharistic ministry, the sick and inbound, and just all those activities, then I moved into sales at Best Buy, electronics, Best Buy in Circuit City. I did sales and management and won some contests. And eventually I found Verizon Wireless. So cell phone sales. Did a lot of sales there, did some management, and I really learned how to do sales and manage with people. When that ended, after about 6-7 years of being successful, I said, maybe I'll get my real estate license. And one of my friends from Verizon actually introduced me to Solar City. And at that time, around 2015, I decided to get my real estate license and join Solar City and start doing solar sales. And so from that moment on, I really decided to make this my career, my passion. You know, I joined the Chamber of Commerce, so I started networking. I followed my mom's footsteps. You know, she was in the Chamber of Commerce with her business. So I decided to start networking, you know, social media, of course, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok now has always been something I've done. You want to post and share interesting, funny things, videos, until your friends actually complain like, hey, you're posting too much about solar. So always social media, always networking. I eventually joined a BNI networking group that meets every week, a professional group to pass referrals to each other and really advance the business, networking and speaking, public speaking and different events and things like that. And then I always was really big on events or expos or trade shows or booths. So anywhere I could set up a table, tablecloth, raffle something off, collect people's information. I guess, what I'm getting at is all of these activities for years and years and years is really led itself to the perfect timing of solar and electric vehicles and a tax credit that was just extended. And so when you've done these activities for years, and even to those new people out there, after a few years of doing these activities, you too can get referrals and ambassadors and leads. And it was not always easy. I had to go, eventually I tried real estate where I was EXP Realty, and they're very similar to Power. So networking, lunch and learns, showing the business model was something I learned. And so when I found Power 3 years ago, I was doing all these activities already. I was building my database. I had social media, events, networking, BNI. I did well at Sunrun. I knew what EXP Realty was like. I had hundreds and hundreds of realtor friends. And so 3 years ago was the perfect timing of all my hard work, all my efforts, all my sales knowledge to give me this perfect platform, Power, in the solar energy space. And so once I saw the vision, once I saw the 5 unique ways to earn money at Power Solar, it was just game on. It was, let's start recruiting, let's start selling, let's start building a business. I even brought my twin brother into the business with his marketing and online marketing background. So just a few things, those activities, right? Those consistent behaviors and activities that lead to success. It's a long play. If you want to have a good body and a six-pack, you have to go to the gym. You have to eat right for months and months and months and years. It's not going to happen overnight. And in business, with this business, it's no different. You have to really focus on those activities and behaviors. Whether anyone shows up, no one shows up, or some people show up, you always have to be practicing those activities.
That you're talking about the disciplined pace. That's I think that for the unexpected and for the expectations, for the planning and for the no planning. Here, while you were talking, Kiara and I were making a comment because she tells me, look, the opportunities, you build up things. You don't know for what, but they're going around and the cycle goes in and out. And that's the moment when you're in the right moment, the right place at the right time. And for a lot of people, including myself in this industry, it's been tough making my way up. But in like other professional works and things that I do, but I build up things. I don't quit. I keep going. I make the plans. I make the discipline of the job or the different things I do. I do make a plan, a vision, and work through it. When will be the right time and the right moment? It will come. But I admire you, the way that you were prepared without knowing. Mi abuelo decía, la incertidumbre va a llegar en un momento y te cambia planes. So uncertainty will come and will make changes. And so in only 3 years, you are part of that big time group, small group of professional consultants and professional mentors who drive the dreams of many people who wants to have their own time and quality of life through this industry, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again for those comments. What's funny is those hardships will come. 2 to 3 years ago, when Power was just becoming the contractor, from using different contractors, there were some growing pains. And even the CEO, Jonathan Budd, said, any normal person at that moment would have quit. They would have went to another company and started somewhere else. And so it's that perseverance, not giving up, sticking with it. Is it the right industry? Is it the right people? Is it the right culture? Earning opportunities, the vision, the security. And if I didn't continue on, then I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have a team of over 1,900 consultants. And like you said, many, many lives have changed. That's the most rewarding part, being able to give back and help other people. And to see so many people, they can now buy a house with the income that they're making here at Power, and they can take care of their family. They can go on trips and travel, and they can in turn help other people. I mean, I think that's one of the most exciting parts of what we get to do, is helping other people. And thank you, Edgardo Gonzalez, for this T-shirt. I'm very, very honored to be in the $1 Million Club with Charles and William and Maria. And there's just going to be so many more $1 million, multi-million-dollar earners.
Let's say hello in one of our chats. Noemi Moreno, one of our top consultants, is in the chat with us. Gracias, Noemi. And she said that you are a wonderful leader and a wonderful person, in your experience in life, and the discipline you're been doing is what pays. And that's what she was writing here in our chat from Infinito Televisión. So gracias, Noemi Moreno, one of our Latin great mentors. She's always a collaboration in this program. So let's gonna do another commercial pause. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the future from yourself in Power, and your interest in those things that has to do with nature, sustainability, and saving the planet. That I think that'll be the most important part of this conversation, because we need to have an urgency mindset about this. Regresamos. Esto es Solar Reality número 1.
Saludos, amigos y público en general. Soy Daniel Rivera Hijo. Si te interesa conocer más sobre energía solar o pertenecer a esta gran industria, sintoniza todos los lunes a las 2 de la tarde, hora del este de Estados Unidos, The Solar Reality, el único y primer programa original dirigido a la educación e información al público hispano-estadounidense sobre todo lo que es energía solar renovable.
Además de promover la carrera solar con Power Energy, en donde te puedes convertir en un consultor solar sin importar en dónde residas. Tendremos distinguidos invitados hablándonos sobre distintos temas relacionados a la industria, y podrá enterarse de las últimas noticias relacionadas a este tema.
También tenemos nuestra sesión de Pregúntale a los expertos, donde podrás llamar y comunicarte en vivo para hacerle preguntas sobre la industria solar y los sistemas solares.
Conéctense conmigo, Gilberto Luis León, The Solar Preacher. En nuestra sección de emprendimiento nos estaremos enfocándonos en tu éxito solar y cómo llegar a las metas que tú deseas. Que Dios me los bendiga.
Yo, Edgardo González, top earner de Power con más de 3,000 consultores activos en todos los Estados Unidos, te guiaré para que desarrolles y expandas tu negocio rápidamente.
Así que ya lo sabes, todos los lunes a las 2 de la tarde, hora del este de Estados Unidos, no se pierdan The Solar Reality en vivo a través de Infinito Televisión y múltiples plataformas.
As an energy consultant with Power, constantly getting referrals, helping homeowners. My name is Jonathan Bernasso, and I'm a full-time solar consultant. I first learned about solar about 6 years ago when a friend of mine said, hey, you should check out this company. It's really rewarding. We help homeowners save money, and the rest is history. I've been in solar ever since. Being with Power and doing solar, not only do I help people virtually find the right fit and design the right system, but then I can go to the home and see it being installed. The solar installation is probably the most rewarding part. The homeowner's excited, and at that moment when you flip the switch on, no longer are you having to rely on your utility company. You're creating your own power and taking control back from the utility. One of the greatest things about being in the solar industry is creating your own lifestyle. Having the freedom and flexibility to sell virtually with this online platform that we have now with Power just really allows you to take days off, take vacations, work by the beach, and really help people across the country. The future of solar is very bright. There's many reasons why, especially with the new policies and administration that we have now. The commitment to solar renewable energies, I feel, is just gonna skyrocket from here. With a tax credit, with raising utility rates, with fires, economies of scale, solar prices dropping, better loans, better options, and now we're seeing laws that require solar on brand new homes built in some states and cities. What surprised me about working with Power is the culture and family that we have, where we have friends and family and teammates and mentors. We're all helping each other with this model. We all have a vested interest in each other, and that is just something that I really feel and I didn't expect to have. Anyone that's thinking about being a part of the industry should definitely consider getting into solar. It's an extremely good career choice, and Power is the best platform to be a part of it.
Seguimos aquí en vivo por Infinito Televisión en The Solar Reality, el único programa de televisión digital dirigido a educar sobre la energía solar renovable y de promover una carrera en Power. Seguimos aquí con esta entrevista. Estamos conociendo al distinguido líder de la industria solar, que en esta exclusiva entrevista y exquisita estamos en la secuela de la sección Conociendo a los distinguidos líderes de la industria solar con JB. Jonathan Brunazo, así que seguimos con Dani para que nos sigan comentando sobre esta excelente entrevista.
Y también está en sintonía Edgardo González, así que Jonathan, there's Edgardo González is right there with us at the, he's making comments at the chat from Infinito Televisión. I guess he saw you showing off your shirt and thanking Edgardo for it. So, Edgardo, right here, the $1 Million Club is right there. Jonathan Brunazo is right there representing you guys. Let's keep going and talking about your future, your present and your immediate future in Power. What it looks like for yourself, for the industry, and the company itself.
Wow, thank you. And man, this broadcast is so impressive. All the videos that you guys have and the photos and the interviews, this is so cool. So thank you again for having me here. The state of the industry and the state of Power and the state of my business, we're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface. Power now has over 7,000 to 8,000 sellers nationwide. I remember when it was just a couple hundred, and with Edgardo, it was just a few, 200-300 people. And he's really the one that paved the way and led the path for the rest of us to come on board. But I think the future is extremely bright and rich and bountiful, and there's many reasons why. With the solar tax credit being extended for 10 years, it was increased back to 30%, and it was extended for 10 years. And that's really, really important in our industry, in the country, and throughout the world, really, because that's going to give us better job security to put more panels on more roofs in the entire country. We're going to be seeing more states that weren't really solar friendly. Maybe it didn't make sense to go solar. Now, eventually, as the utilities continue to rise, solar will make more sense in those states. So we're going to see more states opening up, more areas as the price of solar continues to go down. We're seeing utilities raise about 15% in 1 year alone. When you look at Texas and Florida and California and so many other areas. So there's a lot of reasons why this industry and renewable energy is so important and is going to grow so much exponentially in the next few years. You know, I think there's only about 4 to 5 million homes plugged into the grid that have solar. Last year alone was 500,000. And solar's been around since the 60s, everybody. So the trajectory and the amount of solar that's going to be installed in the next 10 years is going to be insane. You combine that with other renewable energy efficiency home upgrades, right? People are getting new HVAC and air conditioning. People are getting new roofing. We're going to see electric vehicles in a lot more homes. Even California is legally requiring it. We're going to be seeing heat pumps. There's so many things that we're going to be seeing in the next 5-10 years for this renewable energy industry. And I firmly believe it's going to be one of the largest revolutionary shifts in our lifetime, away from dirty energy to renewable energy. All the activities and behaviors that we're going to be doing needs to not lead to carbon in the atmosphere. We don't want to have dirty, polluted skies. We don't want the oceans to continue to heat up, the coral to continue to die. You know, these things are happening. Whether you believe it's climate change, whether you think it's cyclical, there are things out there happening that we have to prevent. And if we have one lifetime and one opportunity to power this world on renewable energy, then why not? Why not power every home from solar renewable energy? You know, what if the people that think climate change is a fake thing? What if they're wrong? And are we going to leave this planet and our future generations an environment and a planet that's clean and good air to breathe? So I just firmly believe, for so many reasons, that this industry is really going to continue to skyrocket in 10 years. And whether you're getting in now for the first time, or you've been in sales, you've been in solar, you really should just put your head down and do as many activities, build a team, help other people. Because man, it's gonna be so much opportunity in the next 5 to 10 years for everybody. And I could get into a little bit about power too, if you'd like.
Yes, but also related to power and the way that Jonathan immersed himself in the belief and true belief in this situation about the planet. So you as well, that's what you fit perfectly on the values and the purpose of the company. Not only as a company of a business, but a company of a moral and values about the sustainability. We were talking off the air about what you're doing in South America and what I was watching some videos. I told you yesterday about the region called the Aysén, and the area de Patagonia. And that this is one of the 4 areas in the world, only one of the 4 in the world, that has this unique biodiversity that they want to protect. So basically, in the cities, we cannot do that exactly that way, but the rest, which is not cities, we should follow some kind of model that we can have a progress, because I don't think what is good for me is good for the world. Is at the contrary. What is good for the world and the planet then will be good for me, because if we lose and we keep losing biodiversity, we won't have any economy to live on. We won't have any good planet to live on. Your comment.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The culture of power is very interesting, and I think that's one of the reasons why there's not much turnover. People are very attracted to a culture and a community with diversity. We have young, old, women, Hispanics, all colors at power. And that culture of giving and philanthropy, you know, Power donates to the Pachamama Alliance, which is helping save the rainforest. They do plant trees with offset.earth to offset our carbon footprint. And then I was very fortunate to help bring Prosperity Homes in partnership with Giving Business Soul to Power. And in November next month, we'll be going on our second impact journey. And what that organization does is they go down to Mexico, just past Ensenada, in a place called Mañadero. And these are people that are picking our crops, our fruits and our vegetables, and the flowers that we buy in our stores. And they're living on dirt floors. They don't have running water. And so we go there to impact a family and a life and a community and build them a house with concrete floor and solar panels and a couple batteries. They can have lights and have a refrigerator. And eventually, Danny, this community is going to be self-sufficient. Like you said, they can grow crops, they can have chickens, they can create things to sell. And so it's this idea of creating a sustainable culture down there and helping other people so they can learn and have richer lives. And so it's just so nice to be part of a community like Power with that at their core. You know, the new way of doing business is giving back. Companies that are focused on greed or power or just the bottom line will not be successful in the new economy. The new economy of platforms also involves philanthropy and giving back, and we have to be sustainable. That's something that we have to live through our lives. You know, the old ways of just throwing away plastic or whatever have you, we cannot do those activities anymore. So I couldn't agree with you more.
We almost have to wrap it up. I appreciate you and our conversation, and it's a great way this month that we're celebrating 2 years. Thanks for the observation of all this background, digital, and all this effort. Danny Torres is the director and the president of this channel. We're #1 digital channel in Puerto Rico, the best. Fibra óptica, estamos bragados. So I appreciate you to be with us. We are the only one and the first program that educates, informs, because we have news, we have a lot of things that we bring every week, a lot of things that we bring during the week. Now in Puerto Rico, they've been talking about, after almost 2 years, we've been telling everybody. So thanks for being part of this great industry. Please follow us, be part of the Solar Reality always, and good luck, Mr. $1 Million Man.
Jonathan, thank you for your time again. I appreciate you being with us here. One more question. What do you recommend to the guys that are looking to enter in this industry also to come with Power? What is your recommendation for those that already are thinking to come in?
Generally, my recommendation is get with some top performers, get with some leaders, get with some mentors in Power in the industry. If you have to be their assistant, if you have to shadow them, go on a ride along, be on Zoom, watch as much content and video and training as you can, show up to the meetings, watch all of my videos on YouTube, all the training videos you can get your hands on, and really just look at those that are doing those activities. You know, don't think that after a few deals you can do this on your own. that does not work. You want to learn from different mentors, and you want to be an assistant to those mentors and participate until you're ready to fly on your own. And, you know, like I said earlier, networking, BNI, social media, ambassadors, meet with realtors, meet with lenders. You know, those industries are at a standstill right now. And if you work hard and train, anything is possible.
Thank you, Jonathan. Good recommendation. Everybody know from the one that do the best. Okay, I will see you soon. Let's go to the event for this week. Please, production, give me the event for this week, what we have. Después de aquí, ahora mismito, a las 3 de la tarde, viene el Monday Forum. Como dijo Jonathan Brunazo, no se pierdan estos eventos. Y la carrera solar, hoy a las 8 de la noche, como todos los lunes, a través de Power Hour. Tenemos a Noemí, que tiene desde mañana hasta el 21, tiene gratuitamente este nuevo training para consultores. Comuníquense con Noemí, muy importante. Esta es la que nos enseña y nos lleva por el camino. Estas personas que quieren saber sobre Enterprise, los martes a las 9 de la mañana, hora del Pacífico, 12 del mediodía, hora del Este. Ahí está toda la información, es un foro para educarse sobre este. Los miércoles, Breakthrough Mastermind, para mantenerse enfocado, para mantener la dirección, la energía correcta. Esa es la clase que deben coger. Los jueves, Power On, 2 horarios, 3 de la tarde y 8 de la noche, y se queda grabado. Esas personas que están dando los primeros pasos en Power. Ahí, oye, la última semana tenemos 3 eventos bien importantes en la industria. Ok, Power tiene 3 eventos el 24 de octubre, ok, para todos los profesionales solares que quieran unirse a Power, porque Power no compite con la gente. Power quiere que se une y trabajemos en conjunto. También el 25 para todos los que hacen, si usted vende techos, si usted vende seguros, si usted vende enseres, velas, cámaras, todo, cualquier producto de servicios para el hogar. Ese Zoom el día 25 es muy importante para que se una. Y los agentes, los realtors, esa gente que está en esa industria, el 26 hay este gran evento para que se unan. Los invito a todos. Ahora vámonos a esta última pausa. Yo me despido. Nos vemos el próximo lunes en el aniversario. Esta pausa y venimos con la despedida de este gran programa.
Wow, querido público, yo no sé ustedes, pero qué entrevista tan poderosa y de motivación. Dejándonos saber que no importa de dónde venimos, sino hacia dónde vamos, y que querer es poder. Ha llegado el momento de despedirme, pero yo los espero la próxima semana para celebrar el aniversario de The Solar Reality. Así que seguimos con Dani. Los veo el lunes.
Gracias, Kiara, gracias al Mister, gracias Jonathan Brunazo, gracias también a Alianza Latina Televisiva, esos grandes líderes y mentores de Power que son parte de esta programación. También al World Solar Academy, que es la academia de entrenamiento de energía solar para nuevos consultores y nuevos mentores. Ahí está, Worldwide Solar Academy. Y también a la gente de Santiago Performance, STGO Santiago Performance. Tu compañía de techo, sea grande o chiquito, ellos tienen hasta los 50 años de garantía, toda la tienda en uno. STGO Performance, tu compañía de techos para ti. Y nosotros nos vamos a estar viendo la próxima semana con mucha gente. Mira, va a estar Félix Vargas, Moisés Garí, Joel Gosel, la Brenda la jefa, el Mister, Ubaldo Luigi. Esperamos que Galdo González también esté. Julio del Río, Julio, tienes que estar aquí con nosotros. Y nosotros, Kiara, Dani y yo estaremos celebrando nuestro segundo aniversario. Y los dejamos con este pensamiento: no se puede hacer nada para cambiar lo que ya pasó, pero sí se puede hacer mucho para cambiar lo que puedas. ¡Feliz tarde! ¡Somos número 1!